The Chiefs just made a fantastic move on the second day of free agency, signing cornerback Christian Fulton to a 2-year deal. In this video, I'm going to give my thoughts and reactions to this signing and talk about how Fulton could change this secondary in 2025. You guys are listening to the KC Sports Report. My name is Michael Darcy. Hit that like button on this video and subscribe to this channel for more of the best daily Chiefs content on YouTube. And with that being said, let's get into the big breaking news of today. On the second day of free agency, the Chiefs are signing former Chargers cornerback Christian Fulton to a 2-year deal worth $20 million, with $15 million of that fully guaranteed. The Chiefs finally got their big body cornerback to pair with Trent McDuffie, to pair with Jalen Watson, and now this secondary not only has depth, but they've got a lot of talent. And I think that Christian Fulton was a fantastic signing. You got him relatively cheap, 2 years, $20 million, $15 million fully guaranteed. That's essentially, if the contract is front loaded, a 1-year, $15 million deal. But if this is someone that works out in this defense, like I think that he will, this is a fantastic, not a home run signing, but this is at least a double or a triple. This is one of those moves that can definitely move, the team in the right direction. And I think that this is exactly what Brett Veach needed to do. This secondary needed depth. They basically had Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams, and then basically a bunch of guys that couldn't play. And now you got someone in Christian Fulton who can play a lot of snaps. And I'm actually going to read off this tweet from Pete Sweeney of Arrowhead Pride. Christian Fulton in 2024 with the Chargers, this is his snap count. This is where he lined up as a cornerback. He was in the box 85 snaps, the slot 18%, defensive line 2 snaps, special teams 16 snaps, and he lined up as the wide cornerback 721 snaps. So he is primarily your outside corner, which means that you can move Trent McDuffie back into the slot, back into where he was an all-pro corner. And so this defense is going to get better with Christian Fulton on the outside, and you can put Trent McDuffie back into the slot. And this defense is going to reap the benefits of that. And I think that you kind of saw Steve Spagnuolo get his guy. Primarily, he goes with, bigger body cornerbacks, freak athletes, guy that have a lot of athleticism. Christian Fulton is that guy. In fact, I'm going to mention this, not a very happy memory, but Christian Fulton was actually the defensive back that intercepted Patrick Mahomes back in week 4. And that was the play where Patrick Mahomes ended up trying to tackle Christian Fulton and hit Rashee Rice in the knee, ending his season. So it's kind of weird to see Christian Fulton is now a part of that team, but he is just amped up to be here. And I think that that is the kind of person that you need in this locker room. I'm going to go ahead and just read off a tweet from Chiefs Blitz. Christian Fulton either tweeted this out or he at least addressed the Chiefs kingdom. He said, "God will do it. If you know my journey, you know he always had me. Believe my best is still to come, Chiefs kingdom." I believe that Christian Fulton has a lot of good football left to be played, and the Chiefs got him for a steal. 2 years, $20 million. It's really a 1-year deal for the most part, depending on how that money is laid out. We don't know how the contract is structured quite yet. But this is one of those moves. It's not a number 1 cornerback. The Chiefs didn't go out and make a signing for a number 1 guy. But these are the types of moves that when you get to week 13, 14, that depth is going to be tested. And if the Chiefs' depth is tested this season, I think they're going to have, the people to answer that test. Christian Fulton is a very good cornerback. And you are adding him to a room with an all-pro and Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson, who is entering in on the final year of his contract. So this might have been a move to see how Jalen Watson performs this year, and maybe he comes back next year. But if he doesn't, you got Christian Fulton for the next 2 years. So I'm super excited to see what Christian Fulton can do in this defense. I think that, again, if we just look at what he does and where he lines up on the field, he's primarily an outside cornerback, which means, again, that you can move Trent McDuffie back inside, back into the slot, where he is a significantly better corner. Listen, Trent McDuffie's good wherever on the field, but when you line him up in the slot, he was an all-pro cornerback. He was the best corner in football. And so if you can do that by putting Christian Fulton on the outside, this defense gets better. And I think you're starting to see the Chiefs have addressed a lot of needs in free agency. Offensive line, running back. They still probably need to draft a running back. But, cornerback, I think they need a couple defensive line pieces. But outside of that, this team is ready to play. And that is a huge thing because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wasn't super confident that this Chiefs team was going to have the necessary pieces, to play a game. But now you go into a situation where you head into the draft, you draft supplemental players that can play right away, and even some that might be, developmental pieces. But the Chiefs are going to be in a much better position in 2025 with the guys they have signed in free agency this offseason. So, Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. What do you think of this huge signing? Again, the Chiefs are signing former Chargers cornerback Christian Fulton to a 2-year deal worth $20 million, with $15 million of that fully guaranteed. We're going to talk about this signing and all the other signings over the next week, but it is very interesting to see that the Chiefs have been hyper aggressive the first 2 days of free agency. Yesterday we saw the Chiefs sign a running back, a left tackle, and on the second day of free agency they got a starting cornerback, which is a great thing for this team. I guarantee you that Steve Spagnuolo is happy with this signing. So Chiefs Kingdom, that is all I have for this video. Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more daily Chiefs coverage. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, go Chiefs!